Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've tried so many of these. Too many probably. But this one stands out. It caught me off guard. Let's figure out why together. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer, a 43-year-old looking for a way to enjoy weekend rides with his wife, shares his experience purchasing this scooter after a long hiatus from cycling. He spent weeks researching options online and in local bike shops, feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of choices, especially since he needed something sturdy to accommodate his height and weight. He ultimately decided to try this specific model as a more budget-friendly e-option. His initial impressions were mixed. Scooter arrived with a damaged box and some parts were broken, including the LCD display mount and the casing around the horn switch. However, the company promptly sent replacements. Assembly was straightforward thanks to some helpful videos. Despite being slightly smaller than he'd hoped, he found the scooter comfortable enough to ride. He was immediately impressed by the power assist, making previously challenging routes much easier. He's looking forward to exploring trails and flying his drone. A follow-up revealed another issue. The battery wasn't sitting correctly and eventually became loose with a chipped clip. The company is sending a replacement battery cover directly from China, which will take a few weeks. In the meantime, he's using zip ties to secure the battery. Finally, a later update confirmed that the replacement battery had arrived and resolved all the issues. Although the wait was a bit long, it wasn't a major problem since he only uses the scooter for recreation. Despite the initial hurdles, he absolutely loves riding it and finds it amusing to see the reactions of other cyclists on the trails. He concludes with a strong recommendation.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer upgraded from a cheaper e-bike, primarily using it for an 8-mile city commute each way. They prefer using the highest gear, largely ignoring pedal assist and favoring either pure pedaling, pure throttle, or a combination of both. After riding this electric bike for over 100 miles, they have some thoughts to share. Assembly was straightforward, especially with the help of an online video since the included instructions were lacking. Our reviewer appreciates that this scooter comes standard with features that should be universal to all e-bikes: a sufficiently bright headlight, a tail light equipped with turn signals, fenders, and a rear rack. Customer service was excellent. When the seat arrived with a tear, the company promptly sent a replacement, though not an identical one. They also provided guidance on disabling the pedal assist. The battery life is impressive, easily lasting the entire commute even with consistent high-speed throttling. However, this client notes that the motor's power noticeably decreases as the battery drains. While it can hit its top speed with pedal assistance when fully charged, maintaining that speed relies on the motor. Uphill climbs require pedal input to maintain a decent pace, but this reviewer sees it as a positive, ensuring some exercise. There are minor drawbacks. There isn't a software setting to disable pedal assist, but this user found a simple workaround by disconnecting a wire. However, throttle mode is dependent on having pedal assist on, so switching between the two modes is not possible. Additionally, the shifter isn't perfectly aligned, limiting gear access. The brakes have developed a slight noise, and the motor whine is more noticeable compared to their previous e-bike, though still relatively quiet overall. These issues are minor and haven't significantly impacted their experience.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer found this scooter to be a generally pleasant surprise. Assembly was a breeze, which is always a huge plus, and the seat is surprisingly comfortable, making those neighborhood jaunts a lot more enjoyable. The brakes also get a thumbs up, feeling safe is paramount. Our reviewer did note a bit of a struggle when tackling hills though. While it zips along at the advertised speed on flat ground with a person of average weight, inclines proved challenging. To make it to the top, pedal assist was a must, resembling the effort of pedaling a multi-speed bike in its lowest gear. Conversely, downhills were a blast, with the scooter really picking up speed. One thing this client is unsure about is the claimed range. While they haven't fully tested it, they have some reservations about whether it will actually achieve the stated maximum mileage. Overall, this reviewer highly recommends this scooter, especially for those living in relatively flat areas. If you're dealing with a lot of hills, though, they suggest considering investing in a more powerful model to ensure a smoother ride. It all depends on your specific needs and terrain.
That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.